You have to show our guests that like we can do this. We can do this. Keep tapping. I don't know. Our network is lagging a bit, so down. Yeah. Definitely future episodes to come. We are definitely going to be solving all this. It's progress. You know, before those of you that have been here with us, she's laughing. Those of you that have been here with us from the first episode that we had, like multi-streaming, you guys know how far we have come. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going anywhere, safe. Don't worry, you guys will be seeing it like that. Thank you for the like, Arif. You know the vibe. You know the vibe. Oh, sorry, let's TikTok more ban us first. Let's keep tapping. On X, please, guys, let's do well to like the X live and repost so that more people can see the live, right? So that let's go. Let's keep tapping, guys. We are almost at 1,000. Okay, 500. Okay, let's go. Let's encourage her. Let's start. Let's warm live starts. Like we are really like, you know. Oh God, I'm supposed to be hype man. Because this work I do. Oh God, I'm so happy to be here with you guys. We are so happy to be here with you guys. You guys know like how far we have come, and to be able to have a live stream this smooth. I believe you guys can hear me very clearly. I think no one is complaining about the sound. The audio is too cool. Yeah, we are almost at 1,000 likes. Let's keep going. Yo, Georgie, what's good, my bro? Let's keep tapping. Keep tapping. And see, let's look at my phone. I'm looking at my phone like this. I'm looking at my other phone like this. You guys keep tapping. And please don't forget to repost. I don't know.
Yeah, please tap that share.
I don't know if there's a way I can be bringing people up from. Oh God, I wish there was a way that we could also be bringing guests on our TikTok, so that at least you guys also be actively engaging. Yo, my bro, I'm like, not Georgie. What's good now?
How many likes are we now?
At 700 likes, guys. We can do this now. This is. I mean, now because we never stream for long. Eh? Let's go. Let me check how we are doing on X. Okay. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Let's go. Should I bring our guest up? 800 likes. Should I bring our guest up? Are you sure you want our guest to come up? Oh, hey, keep tapping, and repost. How many? You are still at 800. How many? Okay, it's true. Okay, the first time that you guys are seeing me like this, chai, almost 9 to 5. That one is a story for another day.
We'll talk that one later.
Ah, God. Okay, 900. Yes, that's the vibe. Let's go. At the monitor like this. I'm looking at you like this. You guys. 987 likes. Let's go. Please, guys. Like anything I can do for us, just do it now. Okay. It seems like you guys are ready. I am presenting the one and only, Karla God. Ah, God, man.
Thanks for having me. You should really be a hype man.
Ah, God. What's good?
You should really be a hype man.
Okay.
It's so good to be here. Thank you so much.
My second
Thanks for
job.
having me, man.
Ah, God.
Hype man or radio stuff like
I'm
Wave
saying,
man.
okay. I'm waiting for you. We're
Really,
waiting for
really
you. Okay.
Yeah, he's saying I saw him just.
Yo. Welcome. It's nice to Yeah, Karla.
Thank you for making
It's
out
so
the
good to see.
time.
Yeah.
Some of you guys don't know, Miss Karla is a happily married woman. I had dragged.
Mrs. Young man. Young man, Mrs.
Sorry, Mrs. Karla is a happily married woman. And we dragged her out of our comfort zone for you guys.
I'm here.
Saying, okay, he's here.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I think King and Saint went off a little bit. Let me see if the TikTok live is still on. Let me check.
You
Okay, you guys are
Okay, it's
back.
true. It's
Can you
us
hear
that is
me?
having network.
Welcome.
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
The
you're still live.
Starlink.
I went
They say we
to
should
check
buy
if you guys are.
Starlink. They didn't advise us well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you were saying something before the network rudely interrupted.
Rog. All right. So, Karla, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you guys.
I said you both are
I can hear you guys.
again. Okay.
My doubt.
I can hear you guys.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Oh man.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly. You can hear her, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear her clearly.
Loud and clear. I don't think our mic
Okay,
is
good.
on mute. Yeah. So what were we saying? This network wants to throw us off balance, but we balance back. Okay. So this let's do a intro for those of us just joining the live on TikTok, on X, and on TikTok and X. Right, so we are Young and Bullish, the Young and Bullish media, and what we basically do is share and build Web3 success stories.
Yeah.
One, this sharing Web3 success stories is what we are doing now on this live, right? And we do this with 2 live stream series. One, making the most of your crypto live stream series, where we bring different projects in the for more African projects, right? And are building and telling our audience how they can make the most of their crypto through these projects, right? And the second one is Web3 success stories, where we bring people that have achieved a form of consistency, success, right? A level of success in the space. They must not be the biggest or whatever, but they just have a form of success, right? Consistent success. And we interview them, we ask them, how did they make the money? How did they really make that money?
How did they do them?
How did they take do them? So that's what we do. And also for building Web3 success stories, we have a community on Telegram, the Young and Bullish Telegram community, where we just drop jobs and participate in jobs. We also have newsletters. I think on our X, we'll be dropping the link to our newsletters below in the comments, so that anyone that wants to get subscribed can subscribe. Successful. In fact, go and look at the newsletters and confirm for yourself. Go and look. So I'll let Mrs. Karla do an intro.
Before that.
Okay. Sorry.
Before that, let me just check where we are right now. Okay, I can see some new faces on the live on TikTok. Welcome, Zaza. Okay, Georgie, I'm just saying you're welcome, bro. Right, then while on X, we're steadily growing. Yes, 232 people now. Right, welcome. If you want to see my face, GM. Yeah. King has basically given an intro on what we do and what we are here for. I'll just go straight to the point. Yeah, so this is making the most of your crypto. And as the name implies, we're just here, we are chilling, right, with some very, very good utility-based products. And we are figuring out how can we make the use of our crypto on these platforms, right? So we're here today with Bitsave. Our guest is the founder of Bitsave, Karla God herself. Right.
Be clapping where you are in your homes. We don't need to see you to clap.
We just make with the hear from here. That's how we know that you're clapping. Yeah. And today we are going to be talking about the products, about what it is, about how it works, and most importantly, how can we make the most of your crypto, right? So particularly, I really liked the fact that we're having BitSafe on, yeah, because there's a problem that I noticed in the space that isn't really talked about much,
Big one.
right? Which is that when you ask crypto boys like how you made your money, there's a tendency that most of the time how what they'll be telling you is past tense. Like, I made X amount here, I made this, I made that. But now when you ask them like that money that you made, where is it right now? Everybody will be giving you different things, like,
Awkward silence.
I believed the believe not payouts and this one, that one, right? So there's a team that people are making money, but they're not keeping it, right? They're not keeping it. And that's what we'll be looking at today with Karla, the founder of Bitsave. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me just check what's up. Let me just check what's up. Let me check our people before I get back to it.
Please, if you're on X, make sure to go to our X, drop a like, repost, retweet, retweet. Oh, English, it's not my first language. Retweet, go to X, drop a like, retweet, guys, retweet, guys. We are, I think we are just 18 minutes into the live. On X, we have had over 200 people join the live. On TikTok,
Awesome.
On TikTok, let me see. Okay, we are currently 16 people on the live. But how many people have crossed the live? Welcome everyone joining the channel, the live stream. This is Young and Bullish, where we share and build up to success stories. If you look at the title of the live stream, is making the most of your crypto. Yeah, and we are with Bitsave, a protocol that will teach you how to save, and not just only save.
Beyond that, it goes beyond that.
Yeah,
right. So just like I said, I'm here. Joining us today is the founder of Bitsave Protocol, Karla, and we are here to discuss how do we actually keep and grow what we earn. So welcome to the show, Karla. Welcome. We are really happy to have you here. Yes. So
Thank you for
we'll just
having
start.
me.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so we'll just start with the basics, like, the main question on everybody's mind. Right? Why do you think that crypto people make money and still end up back at zero? What do you think is the core for that?
Okay, thanks. I think it is a thing of mindset on how money is made. Um,
Mm.
a lot of times, a lot of crypto people think that they have mastered they have mastered crypto. So when you've
Mhm.
made money this way, there's a tendency to
Yeah.
think that, oh, this will consistently be the way to make money. So I've mastered this thing. But
Mm.
sometimes the newbies don't understand that the market changes very quickly, very, very quickly. And
Mm.
this 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 pathway that you think you have mastered in making money, right? It can just be yanked off tomorrow, right? So that psychology of I know how this thing works. I'm just going to keep milking this thing. You need to be able to understand that you are milking this thing for a short period of time. Even the thing of job security in the crypto space, it's not very it's not very stable, especially for people in
Yeah.
our region, right? a,
Yeah.
a company can restructure tomorrow, and they just no matter how good you are, like no matter how, they can just restructure tomorrow and say, oh sorry, we have to cut 10% of our staff, and you are that 10%.
Mm.
So a lot of
Mhm.
times people think that the money they made, one, they would keep making it from the same source that they were making it from before. And another, it's mostly a psychology thing. Another reason also that people lose, are not able to keep their money, is a discipline thing. um you don't There are people who have said, oh, savings will not make you rich, right? And because of that, they
Mm.
don't save. There are also people who have said that, and I need to make sure every money I have makes more money for me, so every single dollar will
Mm.
make what more. I know motivation
More.
speakers talk about that, and you also hear about those things in books. But you also
Yeah.
need to understand that making money is a skill. And if you've not
Mm.
mastered the art of just keeping money, which is savings, you would lose money in the attempt to make it. And that's what a lot of people in the crypto space try to do. Okay, so you made $10,000. Immediately you are thinking you've spent, many things, bought that many things, and you're like, okay, I'm going to put this extra $5,000 into the same thing I did. And you put it again. And at this time, the rules have changed. Your 5K now becomes 2K. Before you know it, has become
Mm.
1K. Before you know it, it's
Mm.
out already.
Gone.
So that it's mostly a psychological thing, right? So the solution to that is to have a discipline, a structure for your finances, and we teach that also in our community. Sorry, I just remembered that I didn't share this link in our community. Let me just do that now. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
All
okay,
right, all
okay,
right.
okay.
So while she is
Okay.
sharing it,
You read
Done.
my
I've
you
shared
can
it.
mind.
already
Let me
tell
just
You read
finish.
my
that from
mind.
where we are now,
You read
it's
my
going
mind.
to
Let
be
us see our
alpha.
face. Let's change the
It's going to
screen.
be alpha going forward, right? You can already tell, yeah, from the atmosphere. So I don't need to tell you to be tapping. I want to, like, right now I'm on X. By the time I go to TikTok, I want to be seeing 5,000 likes upward. Anything less than that, we don't close short.
Okay, so
Okay.
I was
Anything less than
saying,
that, we don't close
so
short, yo.
what was I
Five
saying before?
thousand likes minimum.
I think he's
Yes.
lagging a bit.
Okay, so I'm back.
Yeah, audio wise, right?
So I was saying that the
Yeah,
way
Karla, are
to
you with
get out
us?
of that, yeah, I am. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Right.
Can you hear me?
I think I
Hmm.
don't know. It's lagging on our end.
It's not
Okay,
not
doesn't look like it's
very
lagging on
good.
my end though.
Sorry. I don't know why on our end is.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you
X, I've been
guys.
trying to
I
tap
can
the
hear you
light.
guys.
It's not.
No, X usually does now.
Hmm?
X usually does now.
Uh, let's see. My mic is working well. I can see
Yeah,
the feedback
it's
thing.
probably from our end. I don't know
Oh,
why
okay.
this.
Yeah, yeah, we
We
can
can
we
we
can
can
hear
hear you,
you.
but the audio is lagging a bit. The visuals are lagging a bit.
Oh, the
Um,
visuals are clear here, so I think it's an internet issue on your end,
you
most
can see
likely.
us.
Yes, I can see you
Okay.
guys.
Oh, yeah, it's back up. Yeah, sorry for the little glitch.
No trouble. Okay, so I was
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that the
it
way
Yeah.
is.
to
All right. So my
Okay.
people,
i-
sorry about
okay,
that. We're trying all that we can. This Starlink is not Starlinking.
Yeah. We are going to. Great. Um. Yeah, you are saying about the reasons
yeah, I
why
was saying that the way to come out of that
people don't
psychology
consider
or that,
saving an option, and yeah.
yeah. So I was saying
Did she
that the way
finish
to come out of
talking on
that
that?
No, she was still
mindset
talking
Okay,
about
okay, okay. Before she
is,
remembered.
oh, okay,
Carla.
there's a feedback.
no,
Yeah, I
it's
can hear
fine.
you. There's a lag. Can you hear me? There's a lag on our end. Ooh, now you guys are frozen. Yep, it's an internet issue. Let me see how it is on TikTok. Okay. Okay, so I think some of you guys can still hear me. So while we get King and Saint back, I'll just continue the conversation. So I was saying that um the reason people don't save, especially in Web3, the previous reasons I've noted, they're mostly psychological. And what's the best way to defeat a psychological bias or construct that you have put that's stopping you from
Your
doing
network good.
something? It's to create a structure.
Yes, we
Right
can
now,
hear you
right
Can
now,
you
now.
hear me
right
now?
now is good.
Okay.
Right
Yes.
now is good.
Oh my God.
I hear
This
me. Right,
let's continue.
Okay.
are you using
Okay.
mine? Are you using mine right now?
Okay. All right. Good. So I was saying before you guys came in, I was just continuing the
Yeah.
conversation. So I was saying the best way to
Mm,
overcome those kind of mindsets is to create a structure around your finance, and the
Mm,
structure should be a structure of savings. So a lot of Web3 guys don't understand this, because some of us, we got into the space even before DeFi became a thing, and then we made money from DeFi. We saw, yield
mm,
activities go up, but we need to understand now that the market is different. At this period, a lot of protocols have come up, a lot of hacks, a lot of risk. We also need to understand that there's a difference between investment and savings, right?
mm,
mm,
DeFi protocols are investment protocols; they're not savings protocols, right? And that was why we built Bitsave as a savings protocol, and we also structured it as a savings protocol, right?
mm.
To also protect against the things like hacks. If
Yeah.
you see the way Bitsave is built, you understand why we're not even afraid of the whole hacking thing. Because if a hacker gets into our ecosystem, there's no pool for them to drain from. So that incentive is not there
Mm,
because we built it
mm,
like a savings protocol, not an investment protocol, which is
mm.
um, DeFi protocols. So a lot of Web3 guys, this mindset that they have prevent them. So you find people who made 50K in the past, and you can't trace any business that they set up with that 50K in the past. A lot of I made over $50,000 one time. I think sometime in 2021, between 2021
Mm,
and I think, yeah, between 2020 and 2021. And some of the business that I set up with it are still live, till today. So
yeah.
it's also one of the things that got me to build Bees Market, because I built
mm,
Bees Market off the idea of I make money from DeFi, and then I take that money and I use it to establish um, businesses, or I use it to lend to businesses. So
yeah.
regardless of how the market goes, I'm always earning yield from real world businesses, and
Absolutely.
that psychology is what that process that I've done over the past 5 years of me building in this space is what we
Mm,
use to build these markets, such that people can
mm.
always earn from real businesses,
Yeah.
on chain as reward assets. So you
Mm,
find people who make money, and there's nothing to show that they once had that money.
Mm,
There's no business established. There's nothing that
mm,
was established. Everything just went to either losing it back to the market or just spending it on certain things that
yeah.
don't earn yield, whether on chain or off chain. So those three
mm,
psychology,
Yeah.
the one of thinking the process for making money will always be there on chain, the one of thinking, oh,
mm,
savings will not make me rich. So why should I save? And also the psychology of thinking, oh, every dollar I earn must make money back for me, without understanding that sometimes to make money you have to lose money, and so you say, oh, I
Mm,
won't
mm,
save. These three psychology are the ones that I've seen a lot with the Web3 guys, and this is why they don't have savings, and this is why also they lose money a lot. So that's it.
mm.
mm,
Yeah, I actually agree with what you said,
yeah.
which is those three psychologies. And at a point in time, Zev, I actually do have or display some of those thinking framework, or did display some of those thinking frameworks, right? Thinking less about savings. Okay, I never really thought about stability, and I always pull out profits, like always
Mm,
to grow things. That's why people think that I've pulled out more than I've pulled out from Web 3, but actually it's a recycling game. And like you will pull out money and then you put in different things and then it brings out more money over and
Exactly.
over again,
Exactly.
right? So I like I like, or we relate to what you
yeah.
are saying. Yeah. So Over to you, King.
Yeah.
Next
So
question.
my next question is actually this here. I really like the trade psychology.
But before that, if you can hear us, please keep tapping your screens.
Yes. So
keep tapping your
yeah,
screens.
before I ask my question, just make sure that I was tapping.
On TikTok now, there are 41 of you live here, right? You know, with 3,002 likes, right? So please just hit that reshare button. Only 2 people have hit the button. Yeah, so please reshare. Just click that share. It not remove any pride from you. It not take anything from you.
At all.
Please help us. Help the ministry.
Yeah. While they are doing that, let me just ask
right,
my question. I like the three psychologies that you mentioned of, which makes me to ask, what's the most common mistake, like actual financial mistake that you see people, majority of the people in the Web3 space still doing, with their money that they make from experience?
Okay. The problem of not diversifying, that's the biggest thing. The When you don't diversify, you both your finances and your investment, you fall into the risk, except you're a founder. Except you're a founder and you are investing your own startup, right? Yeah, of course, put everything in. Also, one of the really good ways to make long-term money in the space is to actually build a product and solve people's problems. But that's an aside. But what the biggest problem that I see that um, people make is not diversifying, like treating their funds like it is one whole lump and using all of it. So a good example that I give is something that we teach in our community called the appropriation of money. That's what I call it. But a lot of our users, a lot of our savvy users will call it the 30-30-30-10 rule, right? And what that rule states is when you make money, 30% should go for savings, 30% should go for investments, 30% should go for expenses, and then 10% is your tithe if you're a Christian, or 10% is your goodwill money, money that you probably give to people that you use for goodwill stuff. 10% for maybe things like just allocation for things like urgent 2K and other stuff, things like that. Now, when you treat money like this, you won't have a problem where somebody says, "Oh, there's a really good investment opportunity. There's this, there's that," and you go and put all your money inside. You wouldn't do that. What would happen is the money that you will use to invest in that thing would be from the 30% allocation that you already have, right? Expenses, you wouldn't want to spend a lot more than the 30% allocation that you already have, right? Budgeting is good. Um, these activities that we have where you are able to carry out the activity of not spending more than you earn. Like it's just common sense. Don't spend more than you earn. So if you have an allocation for expenses and somebody says, "Oh, there's this investment or there's whatever," you won't go and take money that is meant for investment from the expense area. That's why we have people who say, "Oh, I put my house rent into this thing." Who in the world told you to do that? Why would you use your house rent or your school fees to buy Bitcoin? Or those things are expenses, even if in the long term there's some sort of investment, because what you are getting in return is peace of mind, a roof over your head, and an education, right? But those things are in the expense class. You don't take something that's supposed to be for expenses into investment. You don't take something that's supposed to be for savings into investment. You're supposed to have an appropriation of your money where you say this is for this one is for this one, that one is for that one. So expenses, savings, investments, and whatever the need is, that is where you not take money from. You take money from the expense activity. So if you want to buy new clothes, you know that you kept money aside that is just for expense. Just as you keep money aside that's just for savings, and you keep money aside that is for investment. Then when you now get to the investment level, you begin to ask yourself, okay, what kind of investment should I do? And that one is another
another ball game.
area
And
that I look at
but we'll
also.
actually get into that. Yeah, we'll actually get into that. But yes, I do like that framework of like expenses, investment, savings, even though I would like to go deeper on the practicality, like of actually achieving that in a real sense. Yeah, but like
Yeah, you
before
can.
that,
You just need to
yeah.
use. You just need to use. You can actually. You can just use. So this is an advice that I gave to one of our forex traders, who is also our one of our one is one of our biggest users on Bitsave. Funny enough, these guys are
Mm,
not even Web3 native, right? They saw Bitsave
mm,
and they thought, this thing would help me, and then I got them the whole process. The advice I gave is, so let's say you guys make maybe like $1,000 every month, right? As soon as you get that $1,000, just go and put $300 in what's it called, in BitSave, convert it, and they do that. They convert it, they top up their savings. They have a savings for like every quarter. So there's a savings that they've created for a quarter, and they just top up money there. Then
mm,
the remaining 300, you have another $300. You can now convert that $300 into naira for your expenses, for things that you're spending money on. Then remaining
mm,
$300, leave it in your forex account, which is also an investment because you are going to trade forex again. That
mm,
way, you don't fall into a situation where you lose all the $1,000 that you have made. You also don't fall into a
yeah.
situation where oh, you spent all the naira and then you don't have any savings, right? You also don't fall into the situation where you have investment and savings and then you don't have money to spend for your day-to-day activities. So that's the strategy I gave them, right? The remaining 10%, of course, you pay your tithe. They're Christian, so they're Christian, so they pay their tithe on the remaining 10%. That was what I gave to them. So once they did this, it just became easy. So I know that any money that is in my Naira account is money that is for expenses. That one I will not feel guilty spending it, right? But you also need to know that you have to be smart with how you spend money so that you don't now go and start collecting money that's supposed to be for your investment, which is now off ramping from your forex account to naira because you want to make one expenditure that doesn't make any sense. So that's the strategy that I tell these guys to do. And it's also the same strategy that any business person can do, anybody who is making money, any individual that is earning money can do, right? So the part that you want for savings, leave it in crypto assets. The part that's supposed to be for expenses, convert it and put it in your OP account or whatever wallet or whatever account that you use. And then the part that should be for investments, you can also set
yeah.
that aside. So for these guys, it was a forex account. For your own side, it could be something else. It could be okay. We'll come to that.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that. I get that. Right. So my next question is a little bit more practical. Let's say someone is paid $1,000 from crypto today, right? What's the first wrong move they usually make?
Buy they buy a
With
coin.
$1,000.
Ah,
Okay, okay,
okay,
okay.
coin.
That's
Okay,
the
coin.
first.
I
Okay.
thought I had
No,
car.
Ah.
okay, no, no,
Mhm.
no, no.
Continue,
They like
continue.
sort of like buy a coin. That's the first wrong move.
Mm,
Or they go and put in a DeFi
mm,
protocol, right? Like all the
mm,
$1,000, they go up put everything in the DeFi
yeah,
protocol because they're expecting this yield, and the yield doesn't even come on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. It is at the point of withdrawal, and
maturity.
also it can reduce in value. Um, um that's on that wrong move. On that wrong move is converting everything to naira and
Mm.
spending, except maybe it's an emergency or something that it's an actual expenditure you need to make, maybe your rent or something important, all right? But another wrong move is where you get everything and you just convert everything to naira straight up. And that wrong move is not saving 30% on BitSave. That's that's a
Mm,
big
mm.
wrong move. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
It's a
don't
The
do
very
that
wrong
big
wrong
one, the
move,
one.
you
wrong
guys.
guest. The wrong, the
Yeah.
wrongest move.
Before
Um,
we go on,
yes, so yes. Just to make sure that this our audience that's still here with us. For our active audience on TikTok and on X, drop a comment. Anything that you want to drop. Emoji, lion, whatever. If you want to gift lion,
if you want royalty, if you we don't take
anything,
anyone.
let's do raw. And please make sure to repost on TikTok keep tapping your screens. We have 4,000 likes, guys. On X, make sure to repost, like, and drop a comment. Let's know that we are talking to human beings. Let's see our active audience. Don't forget to repost, guys. Don't forget to repost. And also answer this question. We wrote down this question to make sure that we don't forget. What's the biggest reason you have lost money in this space? Anybody that has lost money, that you're actively listening to us and you're just like, in fact, maybe if he doesn't even lose money this morning, tell us in the comments, and we'll look back at it and we'll engage with you along the ride. We don't really hear meme coins. Don't worry, you'll cry.
But it'll be alright.
Don't worry. But now Bitsave is here to save you. Finish.
Save you and your coins.
Okay. So if you notice, also our guest Karla, I have not yet asked any Bitsave related question, and that's the next segment that we're entering into.
No. The next segment is more.
Okay. More about, first of all, before Bitsave, we want to hear the story of Karla, the founder, right? And I think I'm going to take that question. And as I'm taking this question, keep tapping, and keep tapping on TikTok. Because if I go any time and I don't see tap, I will vex. I will just end this live. Like, I will just end the live.
No end them, I beg. 5,000 likes, guys. 5,000 likes. Okay. 5,000 likes. I love you. We love you.
As I'm doing that one, and on X, okay, don't worry. Go to X, like, repost, drop a comment. Let's know you're active. So before Bitsave, who was Karla God? Who was Karla God before Bitsave that brought about Bitsave? Okay.
I was before. I'm guessing this is on the business level, Abby. I was a digital marketer before I decided I was a digital marketer and I was a business developer. I had started a business called a consulting firm called Clean Services. And what I was doing was helping businesses do their proposal writing, planning the structure for their business. I was also helping companies do their social media activities, managing their social media marketing. Um, I was taking courses on Google then, Google digital courses. I was also like self-teaching myself on. I've always wanted to do business as for as long as I can, as I can remember. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to get into the business part, help businesses grow, help people sell, help businesses thrive. So immediately I finished school, I started doing this. The- Also by the side, learning, once in a while doing teammates and doing crypto activities with teammates, community, and all that stuff. So
Okay.
that was me. I wasn't really doing finance till I got into like till I said, okay, I'm going to build in Web3. So before now, like I think this stage of my life now that everybody's seeing is the finance parts of Karla. Like we're all seeing our money, talk about financial strategies, investing, and all. But before this, it was the business development side and the
The marketing side.
social yes, the social media marketing side. Those were the two
All right,
sides of
awesome.
finance.
I have an extra question. What's your
Okay.
take on marketing for building? Like, how the marketing affects like building the several projects before Bitsave and now Bitsave. My face
Okay.
wasn't even showing when I asked that question.
Okay. Marketing played a big role. The first project I ever built was Clip in 2021, and it's really failed. It didn't fail because of marketing, because I was able to raise token. I was able to do a token raise with the community, right? With the Clip community back then in 2021. What made the project fail was that I didn't have the right technical team. I didn't have the right developers to work with. And that was why I built Borderless. So I built Borderless in 2022. coming from the failure of Clip. So I had saw Clip and I had checked out what are the things that made me fail. It was not marketing. Oh God, I did marketing. Everything for Clip is still on our socials. If you check Twitter, clippy.io, if you check Instagram, clippy.io, even YouTube self,
Mm,
clippy.io, we really did marketing. But the problem we had was the product. The product wasn't working. The marketing was supposed to be around the product. So I was doing marketing before the product, right? To get people to see the vision, to get community members to understand the vision. But even in all of that, community members were thinking, oh, we'll put money together, we'll get a token, we'll launch a token, right? Me, I was thinking we'll put money together, we will use it to pay developers to create an MVP so that we raise money and then launch the product proper. The community was thinking
mm,
something else. So I was very, very inexperienced. So all the marketing activities
mm,
that I was doing, they thought the product was the token. In my own head, the product is the product. The money is so that we can develop the product and launch it and make it
mm.
work actually. And there was a disconnect. And also coupled with the
Yeah.
fact that we had the wrong developers. So I solved that problem. And then in borderless, marketing played a really good role because it came from the community. So
Mm,
I'd built a community of builders, of Web3 developers, raising people from the Web3
yeah.
space. And then we got into um, Bitsave. So the times when marketing has worked was when the product was really good. The time when marketing didn't work was when the product was terrible.
Mm,
So that's
awesome, awesome. Yeah. So
Mm,
that one was just a side quick question based on how it piqued our interest. For the main thing,
okay.
before that, we have already done an in-depth
Live
podcast
on a
yes.
with
yeah.
Karla.
On our
Yes.
YouTube, we see active.
Right. So if you want to know more about who Karla God is, about what she has built,
Yeah,
about her personal life and her journey,
so
right,
far
make
in the
sure that
space. Yeah.
you go to Young and Bullish on YouTube, and then you would see it there. Last time I checked, and I know that we had around 4,000 plus views
Yeah.
on that particular live. Right. So please do well
Nice.
to watch that as
And
well.
subscribe and turn
Right.
on the notifications for
Very,
our
very
live stream.
important. Very, very
Those
important.
for our videos,
I'm
sorry.
telling you, very, very important. Right. So yes, now that you're into the finance space, because we have talked finance, right? You seem to know a lot about what you're doing. Yeah, but everybody, has their human side. I would say, what is the biggest money, like financial, what I call it, mismanagement, money
Mistake.
splunging, anything that you want to, however that you want to
Vanquishing.
put it,
Vanishing.
all of them. What is the biggest financial, expensive, the most expensive financial lesson that you have learned in this journey? Maybe based on something that you have spent that did not go well or whatever. Right.
Mm.
Whew, that question.
Breathe first.
Uh, okay. So I think the biggest one is it's timing.
Mm,
Is missing the timing. There are times when you should quickly jump on something, and there are times when you should slow down and do many research first
Mm,
before you get on it. Wisdom is knowing when to do which one, when to quickly jump on the opportunity to either protect your money
mm,
or to multiply it. And wisdom is also knowing at what time is it that you should just hold this money and keep it first. So missing the timing has been either the biggest mistake or the biggest profit that I have made. For example, and I've applied this in various aspects of my life, both in the DeFi aspect when I was doing DeFi, even when I was Degen trading, I used to Degen trade a lot.
mm,
Then BSC, Binance Smart Chain. I didn't really do so much trading on Degen trading on Solana. I did a lot more on BSC around 2022, 2020, 2022, 2021. Those were the really big Degen time in
mm,
um in Binance, BSC. Um, and then building, right? Biz Market has been the thing. I didn't launch Biz Market. In fact, I'm going to send an email later on, a newsletter later on to the
Mm,
Bitsave community,
mm,
telling the story of how we built. Right, Biz Market has always been the end goal, but to build Biz Market, we need to build Borderless first. We need to then build
mm,
Bitsave before launching
mm,
Biz Market, because Borderless was going to be like the distribution layer for us. So when we start, you guys would understand. So understanding the timing as regards, don't build this product now, build this product at this other time when these other ones have come in. That's something, the same thing in finance too, in money. So an opportunity comes, or you look for an opportunity, and you understand, ah, yeah, I should take this thing on right now at this moment because it's going to go
mm,
like this. Or no, let me hold my money, let me not enter inside now. Let me just hold this money and keep doing some research. So it's tricky, but when I look back, every mistake that I have made had been a mistake of timing, of missing the timing. That's been it. That would be like the biggest mistake, apart from the other obvious ones that people do,
mm.
maybe spending without saving and all, but missing the timing
Me-
on what you do with that
mm,
allocation for investments to make more money. That's either
mm.
been the biggest mistake or the biggest return I've gotten.
Yeah, yeah. I actually do relate to that
mm,
missing the timing because trust me, now that Solana is at $60, I wish I had more liquidity to jump in on that timing. Right? And that
To
just
jump in, right?
one, and that
I
just one
bought
of
some
the
today.
surface. I mean, like, and that just one of the surface level examples of what it actually means to miss the timing.
mm,
Right. So yes, yes, actually, it's a very, very big one because you would always think like when you look back from hindsight, you would always imagine what if, like or had it been, had I known, and those are words that
yeah.
you don't want to be having
Nah, I
or
mean, I
thoughts
don't
you
have a
don't
tire, self. I
thoughts
don't
you don't
like.
want to be
I don't
having.
have Habib been. uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I really. That's nice. Then I also want to ask, because in this space, I was even thinking about it, like this evening, on how I was just comparing like the forex space with the crypto space, and I was like, wow, crypto like has a lot of like that's everything. That's the way you make money if you don't have nothing to where you build and start trading. And I just want to ask you, before, while you are thinking on what to build and the idea of BitSafe came up, at what point was it like, like people need to switch from thinking of what to make to like, or what they're making to how can they keep what they are making? And at what point did they click that we need to, the space needs to switch?
Mm.
In 2020, that was when it clicked.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Mm,
Okay.
I started, so to go back to when I make money in Web3, I take from that profits and I used to lend to small businesses, right? And when I lend to the businesses, they pay me back. They pay me on a monthly. I could provide a loan to somebody and they're able to pay me back on a 6 months period, right? And
Mm.
within
mm,
that 6 months, they're paying me like once every month. And by the time you put together that loan, I've made maybe like 20% on it, right?
mm,
Within that 6 month period. So I learned about the time value of money during that period in 2021. When I would make money, I would invest it in smaller businesses as loans, right? And then get returns over. So whether the market was up or it was down, I was always earning yield. I was earning yield from the businesses that I made, that I loaned to. So I thought to myself, and I've done this over the years. I also was able to help people do savings. Like even with
mm.
BitSave, we have. Let me see if I can have one of them here. Yep. Okay. Okay, it's here. We have a savings booklet, right?
Wow.
That we do for small businesses.
Mm.
So the thing people call
Okay.
Akawo, I started it
Yeah.
since in 2020. Where people are able to give me money, and then I would use it to buy a token and keep it, right? Because the problem that they wanted was I want to be able to keep money somewhere and just make sure that I'm having the money somewhere. right? And then I can withdraw it at any time. So what I did was I would take their naira, buy dollar with it. Most likely I would stake it or just put it somewhere. It will be earning yield for me. And whenever they need it, because I have naira, because other businesses I have loaned to are paying me naira, I would pay them for that money. So sometimes I wouldn't even need to unstake the USDC, the money that I had converted from naira to crypto on. So I've been doing this over the years, and in 2020, I thought
Mm,
this should be a product, this should be a protocol. But also in 2020, I was I was still doing some research, right? And I wasn't there's so many things I wasn't exposed to yet.
yeah.
I was
Mm,
exposed to the dungeon side, to the DeFi side, to the hustling side. I wasn't yet exposed to the building side, right? To
mm,
the part to, to the aspect of building something. But I had always had this idea for Bitsave, like being able to put together what I do on chain, right? And
mm.
auto sort of like automate it, use the blockchain as the layer to build this thing. So 2020 was the year that it clicked that yeah, this thing I'm doing should actually be a protocol.
Okay, okay. That actually answers the next question, which was there a defining moment where BitSave was born, right? So that actually
Yeah, yeah,
answers
it
it.
was 2020.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. So before we move in,
I am even happy that I answered it because as I'm here looking at this TikTok, as I'm here looking at this TikTok, you people should comment, drop a comment. I just want to see like I don't even know fires, W's, whatever like native language that you
W
speak.
BitSave,
W beat save or
W
something.
Kala God,
Just the W they go.
W biggest female founder in Nigeria.
And not forget to repost if you're on TikTok, retweet if you're on X. Come, how many live stream? How many people have come to our live stream on TikTok?
On
On TikTok, because I'm looking at X. I'm about to look at our X now. I just want
on TikTok, we are currently 36 on the live, but I can't see the total live stream until
you
the
can see it
end.
from your end.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so on X, let me see. Because I don't know, X does this thing that it just shows you the number of people that have come on your stream in general. So we have had about 1,200 plus people on our live. Guys, wherever you are, don't be clapping. And on TikTok, if you're active,
If you want to clap for you, clap for yourself.
So what's the next question? While they are keeping themselves active in the chat.
Before the next question, please, you're like King said. Before the next question, let's just like King said, comment. Yeah, and if you're looking for what to comment, you can answer the question. What is the most expensive lesson crypto has taught you? Right. So drop that in the chat. Right. What's the most expensive lesson
on TikTok or X, wherever you're streaming from,
has taught you? Yes. Right. So for the new faces, because like I said, I'm seeing a lot of new people here that we started. Welcome to the Young and Bullish podcast. This is one of our flagship series, making the most of your crypto, and this is episode 3 with Bitsave. Yeah, so we have been like 40 minutes in. How many minutes have we been?
1 hour.
Okay, we have been an hour in, and it has been interesting so far. Right, we have had over 1,000 people on X in total, and on TikTok now, I'm looking at us. We have 38 people with 7.5K likes. So thank you so much. Thank you, Obasi.
So much,
thank
guys.
you, Ola. Keep tapping.
I'm seeing the love. Thank you guys.
Keep tapping, guys.
Thank you guys. Yo, Carsten.
We are really excited to have you here. Yeah, and do well to drop the answer of that question, which is, what is the most expensive lesson crypto has taught you?
Good or bad?
Right. Yeah. So now we'll be moving on to the core save segment. Sorry. Right, which is about Bitsave. Yeah. So let's say I'm watching this stream, and now I've accepted that based on the 3 psychologies that you said, Karla, right? I am my own financial enemy. Like I have accepted that title, right? So I want to understand, like, what is Bitsave? like explain it to me like I'm a 16-year-old newbie in the crypto space as easy as possible.
Okay. Bitsave, first of all, understand that Bitsave is a finance protocol. When we say finance protocol, look at it like your bank app, but on the blockchain,
Okay.
right? So
Oh.
Bitsave is a finance protocol that allows anybody save on chain, save on the blockchain, and earn yield. Yield is interest, and earn yield from real businesses. So if I
Mm,
to explain it, ELI five, explain it like I'm five, it would be a place where you put money and sorry, not put a place where you save money and a place where you make money, or a place where you save money and that saving of your money makes more money from you. Now, so how
mm,
does that your savings make more money? It makes more money through something called reward assets, where we tokenize businesses that are actually generating revenue in the real world and we put them on chain so that you can buy their instruments and they are able to make money through their business activities and pay you yield from their business activities. So that's essentially what BitSafe does. The way
mm,
BitSafe is different from DeFi is that DeFi yield comes from two places, either token emissions or from US Treasury bills. But
mm,
BitSafe's yield from business activities in the real world, and the
mm.
layer that does that is called Biz markets. So that's what BitSafe
Yeah.
is essentially.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right. I would answer what you are saying, but while you are talking, I got
Ah,
a bit distracted. Right,
Jesus.
because
I didn't
somebody
lose
was just
composure.
pumping us gifts, pumping us gifts,
Ah,
pumping us gifts. Right.
casting.
Thank you so much for the
Oh,
gifts,
oh,
Casting.
oh,
Thank
oh,
you
oh,
so
oh,
much
oh, oh.
for the roses, for the
What do
TikTok,
you want from
for the
us?
cake, for everything when you give
I
us.
saw octopus. I saw octopus. I said, "Oh, go swim."
I don't know what to do. Thank you so much for the gifts.
Thank you,
Right.
bro.
So
Thank you, bro.
going back to what you said, yes,
Mm,
I really love the way that you have grown in terms of these products are not just standalone products. You are actually building an ecosystem of like these products, and they have different roles to play in that ecosystem. Yeah. So it's actually something very very interesting. And just to move on to the next question,
mm,
we'd just like to know uh, why not just leave money in a wallet? Like since we are talking about savings now, right? Because we are trying to look at the value of BitSave. What is the advantage of me keeping the money in a wallet and just like logging it out? Like I just carry the seeds first and keep somewhere else
mm,
versus like putting it on BitSave. Like like if we are to 6 7 compare both of them.
mm.
Yeah, how what are the
Okay.
and what would you say is the difference?
Okay, number one, for the Beat Save layer, the number one is just as you kept the money in the wallet, you can always go and get
Mm,
it back. Like you can just you
mm,
can give yourself an excuse to just go withdraw that money,
mm.
right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
on Beat Save, yeah, there's a penalty fee that you put in. The penalty fee is between 10% and 30%. It actually used to be 1 to 5%. Our users said that
Yeah.
we're not helping them by
At,
using
at all.
by that doing the penalty fee. That it
They
was
want more
nothing. That we
wickedness.
increase it.
When I cry, if they tick out.
Exactly. And funny enough, in our data, 30% is like if let's say out of the 1,400 users that we have,
Mm,
about 90% of them use 30% as the penalty fee. Very
mm,
few use
yeah.
10% or 20% as a penalty
Mm,
fee. Like they always go for the highest
yeah.
one, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm,
when you're about to withdraw money for something you know is rubbish, that it is not a
mm,
valid emergency.
Mm,
When you see that you're
yeah.
going to lose 30% of your money, you would
Mm,
have a rethink. Except it is a valid emergency, and you'd be like, oh yeah, okay, fine. It's it's an emergency, it's a valid one. Maybe somebody's dying, you need to pay for hospital bills or whatever,
mm,
right? God forbid. But let's say it is that, then you now have to
yeah.
come to withdraw. But if you had that, if you have your normal wallet and you have the funds, you know where your private keys are. You can go there and give yourself any excuse to just spend the money, even though it's not a valid emergency, right? But on BitSafe, there's a layer for accountability, for not spending your savings, for actually being accountable to yourself and saying, okay, I'm just going to leave this money here to stay, right? So that's
Mm.
that's one. Two is bees market. If you if you just keep your stable coins in your if you just keep your stable coins in your wallet, right? They will not earn any yield for you,
Yeah.
right? But you use those stable coins to buy instruments, reward asset instruments on bees market. You would either be able to earn stable coin yield weekly, monthly, or quarterly. So we have bees credits, which is tokenizing private credits to SMEs. So we tokenize private credit to SMEs.
No,
Anybody
see,
who buys,
Carla.
yep.
Yeah, down the way that we are going to go with this flow was I wanted to look at bit save.
Oh,
Then there's
okay,
a
okay, okay.
section where I want to
Okay, no
look at
trouble.
biz market. Yeah, because I really want our
Yeah,
users
because me, I have a lot of personal
to
questions on this
understand
market
it.
itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that
Oh,
they
okay, I
don't
get.
mix both products and their use cases together. Yeah, so
Okay,
that is
no
just it,
trouble.
because we'll definitely get into to that. We really
Yeah.
want to know about it because that one is actually one of the things that is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tokenizing of real world assets because we see it a lot, like with foreign brands,
Yeah,
so
but
or foreign projects. So
Yep.
it's very very interesting use case to see it here, like in Nigeria. So yes, we'll definitely get into the details of that, right? But yeah, over to you, King. Moving
yeah.
on to the next
I'm
question
sorry. What question am I meant to be?
to
I
walk us
kind of
through
lost.
segmentary.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Question what?
three.
Okay, 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 okay. Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. So I love this new platform we are using. For those of you guys that are streaming now that have seen our past streams and today's stream, aside from the mess up Starlink, whether to use our eyes and see, there's a very big difference. And one of the extra difference is that we are going to be doing like a 60-second product demo.
Mm.
A 60-second product demo. So I don't know if you're also set on your end, Karla, so that we can just, I think, just share your screen and we can also look into BitSave, maybe a quick physical example of how people save. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you just show us how to create a savings plan,
Yeah.
and yeah, just it's a walk through from setup to deposit to goal to yeah, achieving of the goal, and then yes,
Okay. All right. Let me get there.
yeah,
Yeah.
also
Let me share my screen.
Okay. Let me.
Can you see my screen?
yeah, we
No. Okay. Okay.
can,
Wait. Let me
yeah,
add it.
I,
Let me
I
add it.
saw it.
Let me add it here.
Awesome, we
Yeah.
can.
I think this.
Let me check how it
Oh,
looks
okay.
on
This
TikTok.
is great.
Okay, yeah, and it's showing great on
Yeah, this is
TikTok,
great.
and it's
Um,
showing good on.
you guys are seeing the premium experience. No worry. Let me not distract our guest.
Can you see my screen now? Like, is it clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very clear.
Okay. Should I continue?
Yes,
Yeah, sure.
please. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please. Yeah. So a
Okay.
product walkthrough. Yeah. So where do we start?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Look
So
through my
the
phone.
thing about um BitSave is that for the savings aspect, it is non-custodial. So
Hmm.
you have to use a wallet. We made it non-custodial because we are not holding user funds. We don't have access to user funds. So you
Hmm.
need to connect with a wallet. It is on these markets that you can connect with your email address and all that stuff. So here's
Mm.
BitSave. This is one of my wallets. I don't think this is not my main wallet though. So it
Yeah.
shows your ENS name. I'm synced to base network. If I wanted to create a savings, I would click new plan, and then I can name my savings. So I can name this
Name
testing.
it.
Okay, let me just name it young and bullish. What should I name
Testing
it?
with bullion.
Name it. No, no,
Testing.
no, 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 no,
Test.
no, 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 no. Name it. 0 to 100K. Yes,
Mm,
yes.
mm.
Let's start. Let's start with
0 to
there.
100K with bullion. I want when that bullion.
Okay, with bullion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I can name it this, and then I choose my
Mm,
network base. Let's say I'm saving on base. We'll be coming on Solana very soon. We're still on testnet on Solana. Then
Awesome.
USDC. So
Awesome.
these
awesome,
are the
awesome,
different
awesome,
networks
awesome.
that we support: Celo, Lisk,
Yeah.
Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, and then Solana. Right, and then you can
Nice.
save with stable coins. So I'm
Okay.
going to go continue. I think let me try with BSC. I think I might have something on BSC. So now I can choose the amount that I want to save. So let's say maybe I want to save $500, or let me not pick one that's there. Let me say $850,
Mm.
right? And then here is where I now set the time that I want to withdraw this money. So maybe I want to save this money and withdraw it sometime in October. Okay, so
Mm,
that's October 2026. It will show you the maturity date. It will show you the
Mm.
like this number of days you're saving for,
Number
and
of
then
days.
this is the
Yeah.
strictness level.
Penalty.
So there's limit, there's
Wickedness.
strict.
Wickedness penalty. We must not remove anything until
not one.
until we reach that
If
100K.
if you say 90% do it for
Wow,
uh,
we're not going to do that. All right, so
uh,
this is diamond hands, right? You want to hold
Mm.
this money and make sure. So what it's showing here
mm,
is if you withdraw before this time, this is you would
You
you
will
would
lose
you would lose
this.
$255 exactly.
Yeah.
So
How
here, and
long
then
again
it
do
shows
we?
you how much
How
you
long?
get.
How long again do we
We
choose?
say to so for October, from now to October is, I think, should be around like six, not like 5 months. But it shows here
okay.
117 days. So it shows the total
Mm.
duration for 117 days. You can also just pick 3 months at random. So October to be 4 months or 6 months, or just pick 1 year, right? And then it would take
Mm,
it would show you the calendar. So let's just do the October on. All right. So once I do that, I go to review and create. So here it shows you everything. It shows you this is how much you're saving, 150, 850 USDC. Um, you're saving on this day, end date is this day, this number of duration, this penalty fee. And then if you withdraw early, you will lose this, but you will get this. That's what it does. And so we
mm.
charge $1 for creating a fee. And if it is your first time saving, it's also an extra $1.
For
Here we
profile
call it,
setup.
yeah, but it's also, if you check it on the contract, it is join Bitsave. Let me even see if I can even go to base. This should be, I think it should be this. Should this one? Okay, I'll show you guys that one later. So here you would
Okay.
click authorize and then initialize plan. So at this point, I'm not sure if I have this. Is this my wallet? Is not my main wallet. We usually don't keep
Yeah.
all of us
Uh,
in the three. We usually don't keep our
Callaway
main
guide.
money.
$0 for the wallet. They are our main wallet
You won't you
for
won't
where.
see it.
Let them play. Not
Okay,
expect
so
that.
it's showing
Okay, no worry.
installation results, right? So on the contract here, you would see it will tell you join BitSafe because this is the first time I am creating a savings on BNB chain. So I would
Yeah.
sign this first, right? Then it would then request to get the USDC. So I'm not sure there's funds here though, but it's a request to get the
Mm.
USDC,
Yeah,
and I don't think I
to
have
kickstart the
USDC on
contract.
this
Mm.
network.
Make first no
So
day.
it
We
would
don't go lock
approve
money for
tokens.
1 year.
So it will ask it will ask all of these activities. So you can see the contracts. And I advise to use Rappi Wallet. Rappi Wallet is like the best for desktop. Also on mobile for using
Rabi.
BitSafe.
That's
example, yeah, meta
RABBI.
RABBY. Yeah. So
Yeah, good one.
it has the most seamless user experience. So for BitSafe, we built it majorly for Web3, like Web3 users, Web3 Maxi, right? Bees Market is the
Mm.
one that everybody can do something
Access.
on
Yeah,
that's
easily
a
enter.
lot easier. But this is essentially how it would work, right? So if I put 150 USDC, it's showing me my balance. I don't have that more. I don't have USDC on BNB chain. But if I
Mm.
approve that transaction, what would happen is that you would see your savings here. They would
Oh,
appear here on
okay,
your
your vault.
plans. If you come to your
Okay.
dashboard, you would see them here on
Mm.
active
Oh,
plans.
active plans.
That's
Yeah.
what will happen when you create a savings or bit save. So it means that you can also create savings for various things. You can create savings
Mm.
for rent. So one of our
Mm.
Mm.
clients has like five has like five different savings that
Mm.
they have, and they actively top up on them. They actively top up on them. So that's what happens with that's how to use BitSave. Then there's something that we have here, which is a savvy bot. So this savvy bot is where
Okay.
we ask our own AI agents that we are able to ask questions. So let's say I want to ask
Mm.
you questions as regards savings tips. What are the best saving strategies on BitSave? So the bot now would
Mm.
give me some. So it's we use Chain GPT for this. It would give you some advice. So you set clear goals, define what you're saving for, choose the right token,
Mm.
pick your network wisely. Let's say I want to ask it, how do I
Wow.
budget my ten $10,000 quarterly income? Let's see what it would say. So it will give you certain answers as regards what to do. So ChatGPT does this. It will tell you create
Wow.
timely savings. You can set up multiple savings plans with different maturity days. This for short term goals, for medium term goals, for long
Mm.
term goals, mature in 1 year, right? And then it will give you some certain advices, set penalty percentages. Okay, so this is old. The bot clearly has not read all our docs, but you'll be able to know. So it will just basically give you advices. Then there are quizzes that anybody can take. You can come here and create um okay, let's use crypto terms, quizzes. So you can generate quizzes that you can just answer to test your knowledge. And you can also
Mm.
have these
Mm.
quizzes with friends also. So we created this aspect for people to be able to I think this is just like five quizzes. The first one, what does HODL stand for? Hold on for dear life. Yep, this is the answer. What is a smart contract? Legal binding contract, except as a contract with the terms directly written into code.
Wow.
Yep. What does mining refer to in the context of blockchain? Creating new cryptocurrencies, process of validating transactions and adding them to the blockchain. This was from it clearly read Bitcoin stuff. What is a blockchain?
Mm.
It's centralized ledger that records all transactions. What does DeFi stand for? Decentralized finance. And then I can, submit it. It will tell me, oh yeah, I did this. So I can actually share this on X, right? So this is the savvy bot. Then we have the on and off ramp. Sorry, there's one other aspect. You can actually also do a challenge for yourself. You can decide to say you want to do a 30-day streak where you save and you don't touch the money, and you can actually tweet
Okay.
tweet about this. So here is where you can give
Wow.
yourself challenges. So this is like the place where anybody can just come and play. So here it says save a total of $300 by the end of this challenge, increasing your daily savings by
Mm.
$1 each week. I can accept the challenge. I begin carrying out the activities that it says here. So later on would like really do marketing
Yeah.
activities and community activities for each of these. But this is what you can do on BitSave. Then there's the on and
Wow.
off ramp area where I can
But there'll be like
buy.
a form of rewards for those activities now, right? Like
Yes,
would there
yes,
be
those
okay.
activities.
Uh,
Yes.
All right,
nice.
So
okay.
I can buy USDC on
Mm.
that's the off and on ramp area. I can buy like USDC on base, and then I think we use chain rails for this. It's telling me invalid credentials because I've probably not joined in. For some
Okay, so
reason, we use two
like buy
platforms.
straight from your bank account or what?
Yes,
'Cause I'm seeing
yes.
5,000
So
naira.
I can, yes. So I can buy 5K worth of USDC on base. I've
Wow.
not, I think for
So
this wallet, I've not done my settings. So
Mm.
what would happen is once I click proceed to payment, it will show me an account number that I can transfer to. And the USDC will appear on the wallet that is connected here. So that's how this on and off ramp. I can also sell if I want to. I can select receiving bank, put the account number, put the account name, get the codes for it, and it will deduct the USDC. That's after I have let's say your savings has completed. Now you want to sell an off ramp to
Mm.
Naira. This is where we get to do all of those activities for on and off ramp. Then there's the community aspect where people are able to create group savings. Before
okay.
anybody can create a group, who added me? Somebody added me to their group savings. Okay, that's why I'm seeing
You
this
reminded
here.
me of that
So
meme.
these
Who
are
had me
people
for this
in our
group?
community. Yeah, these are people in our community that added us to group. So with this, a community can actually create a savings goal for
Mm.
something. For example, now this is okay. Glory was the person that added me. She named it ITEL Power Tank, but the she didn't put what the goal is here too. Okay, I
Mm.
added somebody else. I didn't put what the goal is. So, but before you can create a group savings with maybe your community, you have to come to settings and then create your savvy name. So my savvy name is kalagot.savvy. Anybody can connect their wallet and create their own savvy name. So what happens
Mm.
is with the savvy name, I cannot create a savings and add somebody. So let's say I click this. I can name the savings, put the description, put the penalty, put the target date, and then I can add somebody. I just need to tag them with their savvy name, and then the person will get a notification. So we're still working on the mailing aspect, so people can get email notifications um, um, when they are added to a group savings.
Mm.
But when you are added, it would show here with the name and everything. So community members can use this to maybe save for trips. So the way we did it is it will still it would still maintain your individual child contract, but everybody will be able to see the balance of the savings um here as per total saved. So
Mm.
this is essentially the different aspects of
Wow.
BitSave apart from the savings aspect of it. So that's it.
Yeah. So I really like I'm really liking this demo because it even made me know more about this.
Yeah,
For
practically.
example, the groups. I think I've heard you in one of the events. You talked about that, but I totally forgot about that. But yeah, the groups of joining then I really like that challenge aspect. It's also a good marketing aspect, and the fact of self-educating for those that are already into savings and just getting a personal quick bot to just you know get advice, information,
Mhm.
and all that, and also the education too. Because just like you say, the example of right. Okay, you are done with the demo, right?
Yes, for BitSave.
Okay. Okay, let me bring this. Let me take it off for now.
Okay, let me stop
Um,
sharing.
what was I saying? Just like the example that you gave of the forex trader trying to save, right? So coming to the space, in as much as he's a trader, there's some one or two things that might be new to him. So having such an opportunity, easy opportunity, all in one to learn, is really refreshing. Actually, for a Nigerian product, it's built with a global vision in mind.
Yeah.
From the UI, everything.
No form of mediocrity of any kind.
Yeah.
I really love that.
So I don't know if it's me that is meant
Okay.
to ask the next question. Okay, I think it's
It's
you.
me. It's me.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll just go with the
Mm,
next question. That
Okay.
was really refreshing.
yeah.
The
So
demo.
so during my
Thank you.
research, I noticed that you are welcome, right?
Yeah.
So during my research, I noticed child and a bit parent and child contracts. Yeah. So what exactly is that, and what problem is it solving?
Mm.
Okay. So for in 2020, when I was really active in DeFi, we used to
Mm,
have a lot of hacks. There were so many hacks every time.
yeah.
This year
And
we have
I
been
started
hacked 2 times.
studying why
Self.
hacks happen, how they happen. True. Even right now, the rise of AI has helped exploit various bugs in different smart
Mm,
contracts. All right. So I started studying why hacks happen back then in 2020. I was seeing different kind of attacks, reintrasty attacks, um, even the social engineering strategies that people used then, the phishing links and all. Because I was just wondering, how is it that people are able to, hack these protocols, exploit them, right? If I was building my own protocol, because remember, 2020 was when the idea for Bitsave came. That was when that was when Bitsave was birthed, right? I didn't start building it till 2022. Okay, so it took 2 years before I started building it,
mm,
largely because of a lot of research I was doing, and also I was trying to make sure that the environment for building was set. It was available, right? Because there were some issues I had faced with the old projects that had failed. I didn't want to have that same mistake with BitSafe. So even before building BitSafe, I needed to build the environment for it to thrive in. So the research from those attacks led me to see one thing. The way DeFi protocols are structured, they are structured in such a way that you have to pull together everybody's funds to be able to generate yield for them.
mm,
DeFi protocols are investment protocols. Investment protocols, anything investment has risk, right?
yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. Like there's
mm,
risk in investment. It is how you make your money. There's risk always come with it. But I was thinking, if we're going to build something that is for savings, we can't be doing risk. We can't we can't have that thing where the protocol is susceptible to risk, um the risk like
okay.
hacks, right? Because this is savings. People are going to put their savings here for various purposes, right? And
Mm,
you don't want to, so there's been an exploit, and then
yeah.
somebody loses their money
Mm,
that is supposed to be for savings. They can lose their money on investment on DeFi protocols.
yeah.
That's fine, because investments are investment, but
They're
savings
risky.
should be
Mm,
treated differently.
yeah.
Mm,
So I thought to change the structure for how funds are saved on BitSave. And so I thought the first thing to attack was the incentive for hackers hacking into protocols. So the way DeFi protocols work is everybody is bringing money together, like everybody is depositing into a pool of funds that is then sent to a yield aggregator to generate yield. That yield either comes from token emissions or from like US Treasury bills and all the intricacies that work below the radar for those DeFi protocols. But essentially, everybody's funds is pulled into one place and then channeled to get yield. So I thought, let's attack the incentive, because when everybody's funds is put into one place, that's where hackers want to go and see how they can exploit the contract and
Mm,
drain the funds. And before you know it, $200 million is lost from a protocol. $300 million. At one point, I think it was around 600.
mm,
Running was
yeah.
one of the biggest hacks.
mm,
The guys that have Axie Infinity,
yeah.
right? That was one of the biggest hacks
Mm,
that we saw way back of then. But when you check all these hacks, there were pools. So I thought, if we are going to create this savings protocol, then there should be no pools. That's number one. So if a hacker comes into Bitsave Protocol, what they will find out is number one, there's no pools
Mm.
because we are not generating yield for users.
Yeah.
We're helping users be more disciplined with their funds and basically just save, like
Mm.
get good with just keeping money outside.
Mm.
So no pools. The second thing that we wanted to do was to not custody user funds. I didn't want to have any headache of holding anybody's funds
Mm.
in my protocol because that would put a target on our back. I mean, like for hackers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So if there is one single point of failure, a hacker can get in and drain everybody's money. So I still remember when I was speaking to our developers, to our core devs then. These are the two guys that literally built BitSave
Yeah.
with all the um, documentation I gave to them, right? So when I was creating the documentation, I was saying that the way we should build our contract should be two ways. The child contract that is only connected to the user's wallet and that holds the funds. The parent contract that gives instruction to the child contract. The parent contract would tell the child it, so the parent contract will be in charge of the if then this executes this instruction to the child contract. So what I just showed you, when a user is creating the name for their savings, when they are imputing the amount that they want to deposit, when they are imputing there's also something I didn't show you guys. You can top up your savings. So you can always top up that savings that was supposed to finish in October. I can top it up next week. I can top it up anytime that I want to before the savings finishes. So when a user is creating their savings, when they are imputing the date, the set date, and the penalty, what they are essentially doing is creating a child contract. Those parameters are given by the parent contract to say if this person tries to withdraw their funds before 117 days
Mm.
expires,
Think about.
execute the penalty fee. So if we have like $1 million in our savings protocol, we don't have the $1 million seated in one pool. We have
Mm.
the $1 million in all the like fragmented in all the child contracts of our
Yeah.
users. So let's say we have $1 million in our protocol and we have like 10,000 users who have created maybe like two savings plans each,
Mm.
right? That is 20 contracts. So that $1 million is in those 20,000 child contracts. It's fragmented into those 20,000 child contracts. So when a hacker comes into our protocol, for them to drain the $1 million, they have to attack everybody. They have to then hack all 10,000 users' wallets, and they still
Mm.
will not be able to drain the money because the users will need to approve the transaction on their own end.
Mm.
So
And every single user
for
has
you
to
to,
approve.
yes, every single user will have to
Mm.
approve for their money to be drained. And guess
Yeah.
what? Even when they've approved, all that the hacker would get is the penalty fee. That's all they will get. The bulk of the money
Wow.
will still go back to the user's wallet because there's only one direction. There's no it's not it's like a room that has no back door. So there's no back door to enter,
Mm.
right? If you do anything, it still has to go back to the user
Mm.
wallet because the
Just
child
falls back.
contract
Yeah.
was created by the user. So
Mm.
they have to approve on their end. So if anything, anybody that would want to drain would just be penalty fees and it would be a headache. So I thought
Mm.
rather than build our protocol the way everybody builds their protocol, why don't we change the structure and make it cheaper for us? And that's how we have the child parent contract thing. So it is very simple. It actually is really simple, but when at scale, it becomes the incentive to hack just leaves whoever wants to
Yeah.
hack
It's too
because
much work
you rather just go
for
and
the
yeah,
reward.
it's too much work exactly. So I thought
Mm.
rather than doing all the strong protection that can still be exploited
Mm.
tomorrow, why don't you just remove the incentive and make it a
Mm.
lot of work? So So I got that idea from Bitcoin's 51% attack, where for you to control the Bitcoin network, you need to really have it 1% of the network. And to do that, you need to buy a lot of Bitcoin. That makes it
Yeah.
a lot more expensive to hack
Tougher,
the
yeah.
Bitcoin um
Ecosystem.
um um chain, rather than, so you just give up. So that was the whole idea of doing the child parent contract structure.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny enough. As you are talking, it sounded like the whole decentralization and everything really reminded me of like the how will I even put it, Seth? The core of when you explain what the blockchain is and how it
How it's
functions.
meant to function.
Yeah, yeah, right. The ideal. Yeah, so I actually love that. Yeah, so moving on to a different segment. Yeah, but before we do, yeah, so if you have started, we just want the chat.
Okay,
Are you there?
it's our turn.
Chat, are you
Chat.
there?
Chats.
So we just need you guys to answer a simple question. Yeah, we have seen practically how to create the process to create, and if we had funds, deposit and start a saving plan. Yeah, so I just want to know, as you go home this night, or you're already even at home safe, right? So
As you go to bed.
living here, if you were to create your own savings plan, what would you name it? Would you name it rent fund, Japa fund, Canadian bag, right? What is the name that you would name
For those of
your
us.
own savings plan? Yeah, so please do well to drop that answer to as well. Then yeah, we'll move on to segment 4, which is actually one of the most important segments in this, which is about how do we make the most of our crypto on this platform, right? So let's say I got paid $500. I'm a Web3 jobber, right? I market. Yeah. So what's the first thing I should do in terms of approaching Bitsave and in terms of personal finance?
Okay, first thing you should do is divide your money into four. So 30% of $500 is $150. So save $150. Allocate 100, convert $150 to naira for your expenses, right? And if you earn $500 every month, you need to keep your expenses under $150. It might be very difficult, but at least try. Except you have, other emergencies to attend to. Then $150 allocate it to investments. Now, investment doesn't have to be you going to buy into a token or trying to multiply that money. If you have one source of income, I usually tell people, if you have one source of income, the first investment should be on your skills, on yourself, right? It should be you, maybe buying a course, maybe um starting a community where you teach these things, right, for free, that you can monetize later on. It could be going for a certain kind of event where you would meet people and you're able to network. So when you have one source of income, your investment should be on yourself first, like your own personal self, your skills. Okay, it should be on investment that gets you another source of income, right? So getting books, investing in your mentality, right? Those are the kind of investment that you should do. So that's where the $150 should go into, right? And then 10% your tithe if you're a Christian, or if you're not a Christian, goodwill, money that you can give to people, maybe for urgent 2K and stuff like that. So this is how to allocate the funds that anybody should do. Now, another also kind of investment that, okay, we'll talk about biz market later on. That's what anybody who probably earns $500 on a monthly basis should do.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So leading me to my next question. For those of you, if you're on TikTok, make sure to keep tapping. Thank you guys so much. We are at X posts, comments, just shows that you're active. No matter how shy you are, some of you, even when as you day house like that, you're still shy. Still at least comment something or repost, whatever way you can, and let us know that you're there. Looking at us. Yeah. Segment 4, question 2. Okay, so what's your personal framework for managing profits? I think
She's
yeah,
answered.
I've already answered that. The 30, 30, 30, 10.
That's
yeah.
also question 3. So I think
Yeah.
question 4.
So question 4. Let us keep to that because I think that also answer like 3 questions or 2 questions at once. What's one thing every crypto earner should start doing immediately? One thing.
Yeah, save on Bitsave. That's the one thing.
Clock it.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Save on
Bitsave.
Bitsave. Save on Bitsave.
Yeah.
Save on Bitsave. Yeah.
And then
Shout out to Bitsave.
on the other end, what's one thing that every crypto earner should stop doing?
Okay, that's a very good question. Stop putting all your eggs in one basket. So when you make money, share it into these different 4 places that I have said. Don't put everything back into the market, and also stop looking at only. Okay, anyways, this one is about diversification, but also stop trying to make money only from Web3, right? Once you get like a proper source of income on in the space, you should also be looking at other opportunities outside just Web3. You should also be looking at other opportunities that have something to do with the real world, because our market has cycles. So during the bear market, what do? Right? Um, so it shouldn't only be Web3 for you. You should, if you have Web3 as one of your primary source of income, then you should also start getting another source of income, like you add to this. So stop trying to just make everything only about Web3. There are other sources of income that you should also begin grooming.
All right,
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense. Right, so for what to do, you have heard it straight from Karla. Make sure that you invest. Sorry, you save on Bitsave, and then for what to not do, do not put all your eggs in one basket.
Never do that.
Have your expenses, have your savings, have your investments, and have your tithe or goodwill funds. Yeah. So before King will ask the next quick question or move on to the last segment, which is BizFi. Like Karla has been dropping it here and there, but we'll delve into it fully. Yeah. Before that, I would like to interact with the chat. Yeah. So let's know, because now we're talking about funds that are sitting idle in your wallet. So what do you have currently sitting in your wallet? There are different categories. You can comment under 500 or so. No, sorry. I first start high. No vex. You can comment under $100. 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000.
You didn't look down on our audience.
Maybe we start from the small first. 1,000 plus. If nothing there too, comment say nothing there. Right. So that's it. And before we move on to the next segment, Karla, I would just like tailored advice for these different levels of people. Yeah. So we are looking at different categories, right? There is the under $100. And you touched a bit on this, right? But let's look at different categories, right? Under $100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, and 1,000 plus. What advice, like personal finance advice, will you give to these different income classes that I've mentioned right now?
Okay. So it's not about the amount. It's about the amount. It's about the number of um sources of income that you have. For example,
Mm,
even when I was making money from Web3, I was also
mm,
making money from the businesses that I loan to. So I was able to do something that gets me money on a monthly basis. I was able to do something also that gets me money on a quarterly basis. um also at a time I was able to do something that gets me money on a weekly basis. So that
mm,
determined the kind of skill that I invested in. When I was doing degen trading, I was making money weekly. I was always like putting money, being able to trade something and get it on a weekly basis. When I would make money, I would then put it into the businesses that paid me on a monthly basis, right? And then also a great part of my funds went into me building my products, right? Which even took a longer time, but would pay me the
that,
most, like
that was just the
in the
one.
long term. So it's not about how much you are earning. It's about the
mm,
structure that you put in place. So if you have one source of income,
Mm,
instead of trying to buy your first crypto, try and earn it. Of course, you can buy your first crypto. You can DCA. You can say, okay, 30% of this money is going to go, like 30% is for investment, and then I would, out of those 30%, I would share it into three. Then 10% will go into buying crypto tokens or reward assets, instruments, right? That can make you money later on. But the important thing is that whether it is $500, whether it is $1,000,
mm,
whether it's $10,000, you are able to apply this appropriation rule to money making. So if you have one source of income, primary investment should be on yourself. It should be
yeah.
on your
Skills.
activities, on your skill,
mm,
right? The skills that you have, the network. It should be about you building your network. If you have one source of income, that's what you should be doing. You have one source of income. You don't go into, big time investments where they tell you, oh, you pay small small. Make sure the first level of investment that you are having is to build the next source of income, right? So
mm,
for me, it was building a community of businesses that I could interface with, that I could loan money to, and that were doing actual businesses and that could pay me for my revenue, right? It took a little bit
Yeah.
of time, but I was able to find the right businesses. I also lost money during while I was doing that. It's one of the reasons
Yeah.
I don't like to lend to road transport businesses, because sometimes they don't
Mm,
deliver. And so
mm,
I lost some money. That was also investment for me, right?
yeah.
Getting the learning. But at the end of the day, I was able to have a profile of the kind of businesses I should loan to, and that would
mm,
always pay, and that there was always money coming in. That was me investing in something that will get me my second source of income. Do you get? Even though I was already making money
Yeah.
in Web3. So if you have one source of income, invest in skills, in activities that help you create another source of income. Now, if you have two sources of income, the next kind of investment that you should start doing are investment that has to do with things like reward asset. That's when you can now begin to buy crypto, right? Because you have two sources of income now. So, and of course, you don't put all the money into it. You also need to
Yeah.
apply that appropriation rule that I talked about.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
if you have two sources of income, you start investing in, crypto, in stocks, in bonds. Reward assets
mm,
right now has made it easy, right? And that's one of the reasons I'm really great excited about bees market. Reward asset has made it easy that you don't need to go through all the hoops to buy a bond, a government bond, or buy into businesses yield. You can just do that on chain. So if you two sources of income, and then you are able to do that kind of thing, then when you start having three sources of income, what you want to begin investing in is your network. Because once you're having more than three sources of income, this is the point where you now want to actually build something, maybe like a business that generates
mm,
money for you on a consistent basis. And for you to have that, you need to be able to have um people, networks. either vertical relationships. It has to be vertical relationship. Yeah, you can have a horizontal relationship. So this when you begin having more than two sources of income, maybe like three sources of
What are
income,
like vertical
then
and horizontal relationships?
like people who are above you and people who are under you. But horizontal
Okay,
relationship
okay.
is relationship people who are at the same par with
Your
you.
peers, yeah. Mm,
Yeah, your peers. Yeah. And it's not just about age; it's also about like where they are, like in
Money
in
status,
bracket
yeah.
in
Status.
career
growth
wise
bracket.
with you. So those three, when you start having like three sources of income consistent, right? Like
Mm,
consistently this money is coming in, then what you should start investing in is structures, right? Structures and relationships. Relationship as regards who are the people that that are in your circle now, that you can talk business with, that can invest with you, that can do certain things with you. Do you get? This is where you start also investing in things like maybe land, properties, things that have like long term asset value. And you can begin to take on some risk, because you don't have only one source of income. You have like three.
yeah.
So you can now begin to take calculated risk. You can now say, okay, I want to start this business. And now at this point, if you lose, it won't be so painful, right? Because there are sources of income that you already have. It's painful when you have just one source of income and you're trying to start a business, and then you lose. It will not be funny, right? But when you have like three sources of income, at this point, you can begin to invest in structures, in and
Mm,
in relationships. So, okay, I want to start up a business that will do this. That might take you, because businesses take time to
yeah.
build, right? But you can do this because you have multiple streams of incomes already. You can begin to take those kind of risks. You can begin to then increase your network. People need to be able to know you for something, right? And
Mm,
most times it's okay, she does this business or he does this business. And then you start looking for people that you can provide value to, that would want to have you in their networks. That's when you start thinking of, okay, let's go to this restaurant so that I might meet somebody that I can speak with concerning what I'm building, right? That's when you can begin to that's when you should start maybe changing the kind of places that you go to, the kind of conferences that you
mm,
attend, kind of
mm,
activities that you begin to do, because now there's a lot of more source of income, and you want to build from here to something higher. And because you want to do that, you need to have like maybe a more quality circle, and you also need to build some sort of business structure that can give you money consistently. So it's at the point where you're having three sources of income consistently that you begin to do all these things. So I rather put it in the area of number of streams of income
income. Yeah.
rather than the amount. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I love your streams of income, like the angle to look at it. I just want to address, like, is it passive? Like when you're talking about these different streams, is it
I
passive
don't think there's
streams
anything like
or different active streams? No. Okay, yes, okay. There is nothing like true passive income. Or no, I will not say nothing, because at least stocks exist, like shares exist. Yeah, but most things are not really passive. Yeah, but what I mean is that when you talk about these different sources of income, is it like going from learning, let's say, going from developing your skills now in Web3 now to learning tailoring too as well, or what? Because like I'm trying to understand that, because yes, me, I'm a big believer. Like I really love what you mentioned, which is that when you're starting out, the first thing you need to invest in is in your ability to earn more money. Is the best bet. Is the highest ROI, rather than trying to go and flip that $100 to $1,000 in digging. It's better that you use that thing and buy a course and learn marketing or learn social media. At least that one I'll give you an RP, like a consistent pay that you can pull out from, right? But one thing like that I'm trying to understand, because is that me, I usually believe in like doubling down on that skill. Like, you can expand it and like go from, okay, I was just doing social media now to now I can also do ads, or even extra, like beyond the social media, I can also hold real life events. Yeah, but like within that bracket. Yeah. As opposed to going sideways. Obviously, this does not mean that that you can handle two different aspects, like having a Web3 or a skill-based thing, and then like your example, also doing the side business of starting up a enterprise to be loaning to businesses, or something Web2, or more what I call it, real world assets,
Yeah.
or like reality based. But I just want to clear that, like, get your thoughts on that particular, on everything I've just rambled on now for the past like minutes.
Okay, I understand. So
Mm.
passive income is, I tell people about money. The problem is not that there's no money, or
Mm.
making money is hard. The problem is how you want to make the money. It's not a problem. The thing is, you want to make money a certain way, right?
Hmm.
There are so many skills I have, right? If I double down on my music, there's an amount of money that I would make. But the music for me is not the main thing. I also do business development. I also do marketing activities. Um, um, if I were to provide this as services to certain companies, or even work for certain companies, right? There's a way the money would come, okay? But why do I want to make money as a founder? Why do I want to make money building products? I also have a product management skill. Like everything you've seen on
Hmm.
BitSave is as a result of my product management skill, and even that you would see on Biz Market is as a result of that. Why am I not actively trying to work with other companies as a product
Hmm.
manager, right? Why am I trying to make money as Bitsave, with Bitsave, with Bizmarket as a founder, building all those products I've built? Is because of preference. So when we
Hmm.
look at passive income, the reason I say no income is really, really passive, because it makes it look as if it's something that apart from maybe you buy an instrument and you are getting returns. Yeah, at that point it's passive income, but it's also investment. But when people say passive income, they look at it like low effort. A lot of these
Yeah.
Mm.
things, they're not low effort. Some things you need to monitor. Some, if you put low effort into them, you probably would also get low returns from them,
Mm.
right? So some of the things that we call passive income are not really passive. So when I mean income streams, I mean like your money is not only coming from one place. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say your money is coming from only salaries, right? Okay, so what are the other ways that you can make money? Maybe you are selling a course. In selling a course, you have to market the course for people to buy, right? So you
Yeah.
could be a staff working in a company, but there are skills that you have that you can sell. You could be working somewhere or be a trader, and you also have a barbering salon that is being run by somebody else that is giving you money, right? You could be somebody who does real estate activities. You are a realtor, and you are selling you, you're selling real estate properties for other companies and getting your commission. But you also
Hmm.
have a job where you actually work full time, and then you have set up structures to be able to sell the real estate properties that you're selling, and somehow they're getting money. And then later on, you probably set up a boot camp on a monthly basis. So there's a monthly boot camp. You can now have like a community where you're able to teach people how to do real estate, right? So
Yeah.
money is coming from your boot camp, money is coming from your commissions, money is coming from your steady job that you have. You're being paid a salary. Okay, so these are examples of passive, not like passive income, different income streams. Sometimes they could be connected, right? There are income streams that pay you maybe monthly. There are some that will pay you
Hmm.
quarterly. There's some that will pay you
Yeah.
maybe on a weekly basis. But when I'm looking at income streams, I'm looking at something that is bringing you money consistently. So before you go start a business, of course, there are founders who don't even need to listen to this. We can just follow our guts and ride the wave.
Mm.
But if you don't have that bone of a founder and that thing, just make sure that you have like at least three sources of income. And even in the process of getting you multiple sources of
This.
income, you
Mm.
would become a better business person
Yeah.
somehow. Just somehow. Money has a way of doing that to people, right? So it's not so much of passive income. It's more about being able to maintain sources of income um
Mm.
um where consistently you are making money from these places. Like you can expect, except probably something happened terribly, but you can
Yeah.
expect that, oh, at the end of this month or at the end of this week or at the end of this quarter, money is going to come from that place because I've been doing something
Mm.
there that would bring
Okay.
it. So that's the
Yeah.
area of sources of income.
All right, all right, yeah. King will soon be going into the next question, right? But yes, this actually gives clarity on the topic of what you are saying, which is that consistency. Just like you have said, or I don't know if we touched that, but in businesses, in personal finance, one of the biggest challenges is cash flow,
Mm.
and like people tend to run into cash flow problems. Yeah,
Problems.
so
Yeah, true.
having those multiple, like, steady sources of income, learning how to make them on a consistent basis, right? Yeah, it actually solves that cash flow issue. So yes. um
Can you guys hear me? Okay. King and Saint are out.
Um,
Welcome back, guys.
yeah.
yeah. Surprisingly, we switched positions. I don't even know how that is possible. Uh, yeah, sorry about this. Where we'll make sure our subsequent lives we have working towards network. Yeah, so we have talked about and yeah, we have gotten a lot of what do I call it? A lot of informations and tips and wisdom about saving. But I think the hour has come, right? Now that that our audience is educated on saving,
Mm,
um, they also need to learn how to make the most. And yes, saving is also making the most, but BitSave also happens to have BitFi, Biz, or BizFi, Biz Market. So we want to know what's Biz Market. Once again, I think you still gave kind of intro about Biz Market, but in a
yeah.
simple term,
What's
what's Biz
BizFi?
Market?
What's
Yeah.
this market?
Okay, thank you. So Market
Yeah.
is it's a RWA aggregator, yield aggregator. So when we say yield aggregator, it means that it's a place that puts your money to work and earns you money. So it's a RWA yield aggregator, reward asset yield aggregator that pays you 16% annually. That pays 16% APR on your on, on your funds, on your yield. So
Mm.
Mm,
that yield comes from real world businesses. So unlike other DeFi protocols where yield comes from token emissions or they pay you their own tokens, these markets is where you can earn stable coin yield either on a monthly, on a weekly, or on a quarterly basis from real world businesses and government treasury bills. That's what these markets is. And you're able to earn up to 16% APR um, annually.
Mm.
APR or APY?
APY, sorry.
Okay. While I was trying to
Yeah.
clarify to know which what I compounds on a monthly basis, like if you keep the returns and then
Yeah,
it
so
adds up.
basically,
So yeah,
you earn um,
16%.
yield from
6%.
digitally investing in real world assets or
Yes.
Okay.
tokenized asset and tokenized treasury bill.
Okay, yeah. So
That's
so
really
just give us real examples of businesses
It's
that we are looking at here.
yeah.
okay. I think maybe let me just quickly share my screen and show you guys.
Okay.
Mm,
So you go to
bring
base
you up.
swap. Okay. So
Mm,
this is it. Let's say I launch app, right? So this is there are three instruments that we issue. The first one is B's yield. B's yield pays you from businesses revenue. So the first business that we are issuing this instrument for is called Shard. They're an ISP service. So what Shard is doing is they are paying out
ISP.
20% of
Internet
their
service
revenue.
provider.
Their internet service providers for
Okay.
campuses. So what they are doing
Mm,
is they are tokenizing 20% of their revenue to pay back for the next 2 years to anybody who
mm-hmm.
holds their B's yield on B's market. Now, we are not tokenizing equity. We're not tokenizing a business equity because equity
Mm,
means that you take part in the business's loss and in the
mm,
profits. What we are tokenizing is the revenue, the cash flow of the business.
mm,
So they need money now to carry out certain activities, but they already have a framework for making money. So what's done
mm,
is we tokenize their revenue, a percentage of their revenue to pay to for a period of time. So for the next 2 years, 20% from whatever biz yield sells before they remove cost of operations and all other kind of cost. That
mm,
revenue, 20% of whatever they get on a monthly basis goes to biz yield, their
mm.
biz yield holders on biz market. Now,
Okay.
because
Mm,
we are not tokenizing their equity, they can go on to raise tomorrow. The business can grow
Mm,
so big and they can raise tomorrow. And um even if the investor says they want to keep all the revenue for themselves, then they have to buy out everybody's biz
Equity
yield of
share.
shard. Yeah, not equity. It's not equity, it's revenue.
yeah.
So
Okay. 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 Okay.
because
Mm.
the tokenization here is not on equity, it's on the revenue.
Yeah.
So you don't own any part of
Non-revenue.
the business. What
Mm,
it is it's like creating a deal. So you own a part of their revenue,
Mm.
not like
On the
the
yeah.
mm,
not their
mm, money.
equity themselves. So
Mm,
because they have 100% equity, they can raise tomorrow, they can raise money tomorrow. Then the next one is Biz credits. This one is the one that is backed by our credit activities to SMEs. So here it's $100 for one. This is what it is here, $100 for one. You can buy up to like four, you can buy nine, you can buy 10, you can buy as many amounts that you want to. This is the one where you get payouts on a weekly basis because we are loaning to SMEs and they're able to pay back. It's short-term loans. You
mm,
are able to get
Sorry, what are SMEs?
payment weekly, small and
mm.
medium enterprises.
Okay, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so
We
everyday
always
businesses.
like to break this down for our audience. Yeah, go on, please.
Oh, okay, okay. So everyday businesses that we provide credit to. So this biz credit is backed by our private credits. So we pay 4% on a quarterly basis. So on this $100, let's say you buy one biz share, what you would get for the next 12 weeks, because it's 4% quarterly, which is 12 weeks. What you would get for the next 12 weeks would be um $8.67 paid to your
Mm,
wallet. So because you hold B's credits, for every one B's credit you have, you get $8.67. So if you have maybe like 10 B's credits, what you would get is $86.7. So rather than earning yield in what's it called? Rather than earning yield in maybe a
revenue
token,
and organization, yeah.
you
Mm.
actually earn yield on these markets. You earn yield on in stable coins. So your yield is
Oh,
coming
okay.
in USD exactly on a weekly basis for B's
Basis, yeah.
credits. We're able to pay weekly because it comes in cycles. The loans that we provide are in cycles of one
Mm.
quarter. So it's short term loans. So every quarter you earn 4%. when you put it together in a year, it is 16%. So there's actually a
15%.
cycle for biz credit. Then the last one, which is low risk, biz yield is high risk, biz credit is medium risk, and then biz bond is low risk. And have it here.
No, based on
So this
What is
one
the
is the one that is
percentage for this
bond.
yield? Because I'm saying that
biz yield.
it's
It's variable. There's no percentage because it is based
Yeah,
on the
it's based on the
business's
revenue.
sales for
okay.
that
Yeah,
month.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
based on the
yeah.
business's
I get
revenue
it.
for that month. So it
Like the
varies.
percentage
Yeah.
of
Then they split it.
tokens or tokens that you have now.
Yeah. Then they split it based on like, oh yeah, okay, like you said too, like the
Like the 20% that the business generates is shared
Exactly.
based on
So
the
so a
tokens
month
that
the
you have.
business could maybe make sales of maybe $10,000, and
Mm.
20% of that is what would be
It's
shared to
2,000.
the BZUD holders. So the good thing about
so
BZUD is the
mhm.
time factor. You're taking a bet on the business or on the founder and saying, okay, these guys probably will be able to last for the next 2 years. They're able to make money for the
Mm,
next 2 years. So probably something that you buy at maybe $10, and by the time you calculate how much you've earned from that yield, from that biz yield for the company, you probably would have earned, like,
Mm.
let's say 100 to maybe 300. Then it makes sense because because the revenue is coming, the yield is coming back, is coming from the business's revenue. So things like
Yeah.
this can work for real estate.
Mm.
So real estate fall into the biz yield category.
Mm.
Agricultural products, things that have
Mm.
actual cash flow behind them,
Yeah.
are
mm,
the ones that fall into this
Structure.
biz yield category.
Mm.
Exactly.
Okay.
So because there's a structure for cash flow, and that's why it's high risk, because the business can go out of business
On the,
tomorrow, right? And
yeah.
that's why it's stated here that this one is actually high risk and the revenue is variable. So it's depending
Mm-hmm.
on how much the businesses
the
make.
business.
The one
All right. Low
that is
risk.
low risk is biz bond, because this one is backed by treasury bills. So we are able to buy treasury bills of different countries and tokenize them, and people are able
Mm.
to earn on this ones quarterly. So rather than waiting for your money for one full year before you get it back, what we do is we put together, so it gives 10%. So if somebody buys one B's bond, which is at a
2.5.
$1,000, it means what they're going to get is $1,100. So what we do is we divide this $1,100 into four, and you get
Wow.
those payouts on a quarterly basis. So you're probably getting like 200
Mm.
and, is it
255.
260 or 280 or something? You're
Yeah.
getting that
Mm.
on a quarterly basis. At the end
Yeah.
of one year, what you will have
275.
gotten is
Mm.
good. What you'd have gotten would
1,100.
be if 1,100. So
Mm.
Mm,
that's the system for these instruments that we are issuing. These are the
Wow.
different things that back them.
Mm.
So you buy with stable coins, you pay with stable coins. You can actually pay with any amount, because
mm,
we integrated chain rails. So any network that you are in, you can pay from the network
Mm.
that 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 you are connecting with, and you will still get the instruments on your
Mm-hmm.
wallet on our platform and get your
Mm.
payouts. So that's essentially how this market works
Does this still
for
use the whole
investors.
parent-child contracts principle?
no.
Like
Okay, at
I
this
like
point, no,
is there still funds? Like is the company or the project, or is there a pool of funds?
there's no pool. So we operate in no pool structure. So there's nothing for anybody to hack.
Mhm.
When people make and because the yield is not coming on chain, we don't need to create a pool structure. The yield is not coming
Mm.
from on-chain activities. The yield is coming from off-chain activities,
Off-chain
right?
activities.
So there's no pool structure here for any hacker to come and
Yeah.
drain. And the instruments are generated based on the user's purchase. So it is at the point of user purchase that these things are
Yeah.
generated.
Mm,
Even if a hacker comes
Mm.
in and they print so many of this, we don't have a lending protocol for this. So even when we create a lending protocol, we're not going to use this exact these shares for
Yeah.
for
As
them.
the
So we want
mm,
to do want to reduce the risk of
Risk,
hacks
yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot. So
Very,
that's why we don't have a pool structure for
mm,
this.
very, very important, which is why I asked. Yeah. Honestly, I love the tech. It's actually practical. Me, I like tech with utility, because
Yes.
obviously from a marketer's perspective, and also from a like builder, it's easier to build and sell things that with value, because just like what you said, in terms of like if you want to reverse engineer the process of how people like how you are going to get jobs, like to reverse engineer it, or how you're going to earn money. We just talked about the different income streams. Yeah, the main ideal is that you are getting people to give you money, right? Regardless of whatever means, like legal, illegal, digital, physical, whatever, right? Even nepo baby, anyone, like somebody is funding you, uh, right? That money is
True.
coming externally from one person to you, and the idea is always, what is the easiest way? Like how, like what can you do that will make somebody freely give you
Yeah.
their money, and that will only happen if what they are giving you their money for is perceived higher than that money itself. And the same way we just go out and you have to either pay for a cab or do boats or buy fuel if you have a car to transport yourself
Mm.
without having to think about it, because you must go to work or go out or buy food. You can't eat your $1,000. You have to buy food. You must pay somebody. And it's the same way. That's why I like good products, because they are easy. You understand? Like people see the value in it. People hop into the value, and they get the value out of it, right? So cash flow exchange is very, very doable. So yeah, this is has actually been an awesome
Uh,
process. Um,
I
are
was
you
just
on
even looking
asking?
at the questions, and the product demo has answered almost all, if not all, because yeah, I'm just looking at them.
Yeah. So I think
Okay.
I think I think there are only two questions here. The number two,
Okay,
and
number
then
six. Okay.
the last one. Yeah, seven, not six.
Yeah.
The last one. Yeah. So I think I will just take who asked this last one. So was it you that asked for the demo?
No, no, no. I asked what simplify base fight, and we just
Went into the demo there,
yeah,
right? Okay, yeah. So I think I'll just ask the next question and then you ask the last one.
yeah.
Right. So we have looked at it from the user side. So now let's say I have a business. Yeah, like now my brother, he does businesses where let's say he sells gadgets. So if him now on that side now wanted to get into BizFi, how does it work from the business perspective? Are there specific type of businesses that can only be allowed on the credits or on the what was the other one? The one about
The
the
bonds,
no
the
no the
yield.
bonds, the yield,
Uh,
right?
Yeah,
the
So,
yield,
is it
base
yield?
yield.
Yes, exactly. Yield, because I know
Yes.
that the
Yeah.
bonds is just mutual
yeah.
and treasury bonds. Sorry, right? So is there like a
Yeah.
category of businesses that can get into, and how does he go about bringing his brand, Futuronics on the
In
product? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. I'm not sure if you
Okay.
guys can see it. So this is the site for
Okay, okay.
businesses.
Wait, let me
This
add
is
it
the
up.
one.
Okay.
Can you see it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can say it. You
Yeah.
can go on.
Okay. Okay, cool. So this is the site for businesses to come in.
Yeah.
All they need to do is click launch their business and then come to this is the part where they list their business. So there's micro business, which is the SMEs. SMEs are
Mm.
Mm,
businesses that
mm,
everyday business, grocery
growing.
shops,
Yeah.
salons, food. So they essentially earn under $5,000 monthly in revenue. These are the micro businesses. Builder tier is for startups. Growth businesses are for businesses that earn over $5,000 monthly in revenue. So these business are they are not so much in the SME. They're not in the SME area. They're going away from. Then enterprise projects are heavy duty projects like real estate, agricultural, manufacturing, and businesses like that. So when they come here, they choose which one, and all of these have their different fee structure. You can actually use a referral code on BitSafe to
Mm.
reduce the amount of money that you would pay. If you have a savings on BitSafe, you can use a referral code. And this is sorry.
Mm.
Can you still hear me?
Sorry. Yeah.
You still hear me, right? Okay, cool. And this is where the referral code works. So essentially, they answered these questions. If I were to go back, I think I was doing a. These are some of the questions that we ask.
Yeah.
Personal information. Then there's like brief professional stuff, bio. Then there's
Yeah.
business names, now business identity, business
Oh, these are very
description. Here
detailed. Yeah.
exactly. Then you then go to when I go to operational data, what's the average monthly revenue? How much are you making? How much are you spending? It will calculate it
Mm.
by itself here. Number of customers you have on a monthly basis, primary sales channel and all. Then sorry, let me just type
Mm.
something so that it would it would work. Let's say offline. Do you have great customers? No. Do you have okay, cool. So let's go next. So here we now ask like growth reflection. What's your biggest challenge right now? You type
Mm.
and all. How much do you want to raise? What would you do
Yeah.
with additional funding? And then you can put in details, docs about your business and where do you see your business in the next 12 months, right? So all about these details, and then the last thing will be the declaration where you state that, oh, you're giving us access to look at your data, and confidentiality
Mm.
um checks. So these are the details that we ask. Now, this is the question for micro businesses. For builder tier is quite different because builder tier has to do with startups. So when we're doing with startups or people who are just starting businesses, we're looking at things like, have you started earning revenue? Do you have early users?
Mm.
Can we see the MVP to the link to MVP? We're asking things like, what development stage are you in? What problem are you solving? Who's your target customer? Because we know that startups at this stage probably are not yet earning money or don't yet have so many users, right? Did you validate your idea, carry out idea interview, give us links if they're available? So the questions we ask this set of people are really very different from what we ask the micro business. They are also different from what
Mm.
we ask the growth business. For example, in the growth
Mm.
business, we're looking for your public registration. Your business has to be registered.
Number.
You can't be earning over $5,000 on a monthly, and we can't know how you're registered, either
Yeah. Mm.
in the country that you are in, then the operating name
Mm.
of your brand, what industry you are. So here we're looking at industry. We're looking at who's the CEO, the CFO, who, or these two are compulsory, but these two aren't, right? And
Mm.
then we're looking at some other details as regards your business activities. So the questions we ask these various um sets of persons, set of businesses are different. But essentially this is the platform that they come to carry out all of these activities. And then at the end of it, they sign an attestation, they pay the fee, and we're able to have their data on chain and we're able to reach out to them. You can actually even chat with them through here. um, so this
Mm.
is dashboard for anybody who has a business to recognize themselves on these markets. So that's it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing. So that's where they can enter then, if they're also looking for funding, decide on which category, maybe do a biz yield, or something like that.
Yep. So there's a
Other
process
funds are
before
involved.
we issue biz yield for it's not like
Mm.
you can just go and issue by yourself. There's a
Yeah, yeah.
process before we do. There's a whole process. We also have like once we launch, we're going to start our own like builders um sort of like our own business community where we're able to have monthly classes, monthly check-ins with
Oh,
these
okay.
businesses to help them
Yeah.
grow and all. There are a lot of
Mm.
activities that are happening at the moment behind the scenes. We've been
Mm-hmm.
providing advisory roles for certain businesses and certain startups, and they're getting close to the point where we now issue biz yield for them. So it's not like anybody can just come and we just issue biz yield for them. There's actually a whole process to it
Mm,
before they get.
Mm.
that makes sense.
These are advisory roles. Is it like a different service that you are offering to the brands, or is it like a form of, this thing that they call?
Yeah, we need to have access to, because we're the ones that will determine how the money is paid back, how the revenue is generated. Not like how we need to be able to have
Mm,
access to a
an
portion of the
understanding,
revenue
yes.
to be
Yeah.
exactly. So we
Mm,
have the thing that makes all of this works is our own private equity arm that we have, right? So that's like the coordination layer for biz markets. Every business that you
mm.
would see that would be issued, that would have biz yield issued for them on biz markets, know that
It's under,
we have,
yeah.
yes, we have a part ownership in those business, because we have to sign those
Okay.
deals so that
Yeah.
Mm,
when the businesses start generating
Mm.
revenue, we actually have, oh, this 20%, and we're able to take the 20%, convert it to
And
USDC
distribute.
and pay back.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly,
And
and distribute.
distribute.
So those are the legal
Okay.
frameworks
Okay.
and the
But
deals
now,
that we
but now
make
yours now,
behind.
like these files own is equity share, not just
No, it's not
revenue share,
equity.
correct?
Not
Okay,
there's
it's still
nothing on
revenue.
these markets that
Okay, okay,
everything
okay.
is revenue. We don't do equity.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Equity changes
Awesome.
the whole thing.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Exactly.
It does actually. Yeah, it does. It brings friction and some other things too. Yeah. So I really love the simplicity of the flow.
yeah.
Honestly, honestly. Yeah. You just actually looked at how lightweight you can make it,
Mm,
and how
exactly.
sustainable, and then run with that. Yeah. So
Mm.
it's actually good to
Exactly.
see. So yeah, King. The last question.
Yeah. Beat Save is about discipline and saving. Bizfi is about putting your money that you've saved, that you've earned to work.
Hmm.
Um, how do both of these systems connect to the bigger picture? And I like this question because at
Hmm.
first you said about click sorry, I think it's click it. All right, that was the first
Clip.
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 Okay, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah, clip.
yeah, clip
Yeah.
it. Then Be Safe, Bizfi, they are all built for something. So I want to know how these two established products
Function.
function for the bigger picture.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, clip it doesn't clip is it's a project that failed, so
yeah.
none of it is connected exactly. But for
Mm,
BitSave, Bees Market is the yield layer for BitSave. So it's still BitSave protocol, but the
mm,
Bees Market is the layer that has to do with um reward assets, stable coins, and reward businesses. That's the layer. So
mm.
I demoed three products here for you. I demoed BSwap,
Yeah.
which is the part where the investors put in monies. I demoed
Bit safe
the tokenization
and this
layer,
market.
which is
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
yes, which is where businesses come and tokenize themselves. And then I demoed the savings part, the savings protocol. So all of these
Mm,
together make up BitSafe. It is BitSafe
mm,
protocol is a protocol where you save on chain and you earn yield from reward businesses and government
Hmm.
um treasury bills. So that's what BitSafe is. So how do you earn yield from these reward businesses? You do it on BSwap. How do these businesses come on chain so that people can earn yield from them? They go to our biz market and tokenize themselves. And then how do you save on chain? You do that on the BitSave
mm.
savings platform itself. So that's how
It's
all
fully an
these three
ecosystem.
Okay.
connect.
Yeah. Awesome. 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 All right. So chat. I think the last question for the chat.
Yeah.
Let's say everybody don't go sleep. Are we still active? Are we still active?
uh,
Right. So yeah, just the last
it's been a
quick
really
question.
fun,
Yeah.
fun time.
I need you to be honest because
Yeah.
we have heard a lot now. This is the first time that we're hearing about, at least that I'm aware of, that we're hearing about yield that is backed by explainable things. Because I've worked with brands that talk about real yield, but when you hear the structure behind how the
Yeah.
yield is even backed. It's not even making sense. It's just the person's personal opinion. So this is like a
True.
practical use case. So I just want to know if a business you trust was paying you returns from real revenues, right? Would you prefer that or some random token rewards? So I just wanted to type revenue backed returns or still prefer your tokens, your dividends and your epins. Yeah, so that's all. That's all. Right. So we are done with the question. And just right now we just have like a rapid fire test for the host where would ask a set of quick questions and then you just say what comes to mind like in one word
To mind.
first, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just get it started. I'll go first, then you, and then fast, and then yeah. Right. So Bitcoin or stable coins?
Bitcoin.
Mm.
Savings or trading?
Both.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Bear market or bull market?
Of course, bull market.
One single money habit that everyone needs.
Yeah, in one word.
Save.
Nice. One habit that's one crypto habit to kill immediately.
Degening.
Yeah.
One word to describe Bitsave.
Hmm.
Mm.
That one is deep.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Different, a lot of
Yeah, a
useful
lot of
things
things.
in
It's like two words or sentence that is coming out. Oh God.
All right, all
One
right.
word.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Finance.
Finance. Okay. Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, finance.
yeah.
I think the two words will be personal finance. Uh, yeah,
Yes. You
then
got it.
something like that.
Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
Mm,
that's a wrap. That's amazing. So we have spent, if you have been here from the beginning
wow.
till now, shout
Two
out to you.
hours, 36 minutes.
You're a
No wonder you
real
guys
one.
are tired. Don't
You're a
worry.
real one, right?
But
So
it was worth it. And I'm
yeah,
sure that you guys know that too. I'm aware of that. So, yeah.
yeah. So we have spent the entire night talking about making money, keeping money, and building wealth. Yeah, and I want us to just end it here. Yeah. So for someone, right, watching right now, that just got their first Web3 paycheck, maybe 100, maybe 1,000. Yeah, what's the one thing that you would tell to them so they don't become another I made, story in the past, like in past tense.
Yeah. One thing I would say is go rewatch this stream, take your notes
Mm.
and
Mm,
apply the things that I have said. And then also
yeah.
you can DM me and ask for advice if you need them.
Awesome, awesome. Right.
That's
So,
fantastic.
thank you guys so much. Thank you, Karla. It's
Thank
always
you very
a
much.
blast when we have you,
I'm
and
telling
it's
you.
always choked. It's always this
With
has to be
wisdom.
our longest stream.
Choked with wisdom.
Yeah, although it's our first stream with a product demo, which we are really really excited about
Yeah.
how smooth that really went. Yeah. So for what to do now, make sure that you follow Karla God on X. Underscore Karla God, right? Make sure that you follow Bitsave, Bitsave Protocol on X too as well. Yeah, make sure that you explore the platform. Yeah, Karla showed 3 different layers to it. Yeah, so you can explore, Bitsave itself. You can also go, if you are the average user and you want to invest, you can also explore biz markets. And then you can, if you're a business, you can sign up and get your business tokenized on the other end, right? So, and obviously, please follow us, right? If you have listened, if you love
On all our
what
platforms,
we do,
on two
follow
of
us
our
wherever you are
platforms.
listening us on. Yeah, on TikTok, on X, on YouTube. Yeah, for TikTok and X, it's YAB_HQ. And for YouTube, it is Young and Bullish, all together, one word, right? So yeah, that's it. Turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on episode 4. This our series. We alternate them on Saturdays, mostly weekly, but there are times where we can skip a weekend for different reasons. Yeah, so just as we have had episode 3 of making the most of your of your crypto, next week or next Saturday that we go live, it will be episode 3 of Web3 success stories, where we'll be having another banger success story come here and educate us. And it should be our first female guest. Yeah, because we want to make sure that our next person has to be a female. All right, so
don't spoil for them.
yeah.
Get the surprise.
Just exactly right. So that's it, and then after that, we'll also bring our next project here to talk about episode 4 of making the most of your crypto. Right. So thank you so much, Karla.
Yeah, big shout out to you.
Yeah. Any parting words before we call it
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think I've said a lot this night.
Awesome. Yeah. Talked out. Okay, guys. Good night and see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.